just going to do another daily destiny today. So I'm going to use the scripture Galatians chapter 6 verses 9, and it says, "Let us not become weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up." Easier said than done, right? How am I going to do good when I'm dealing with so much pressure? Life is hitting me. It's hitting me below the belt. It's hitting me in places that I'm having a hard time dealing with. And I think that seems to be one of the inevitable things about life is that, life is going to put varying amounts of pressure on you. And I think sometimes when it's light pressure, I think it's easy to make good decisions when it's just a little bit of pressure. But it's hard to do the right thing when life is putting the maximum level of pressure. And you know what? We all face pressure from different places. Sometimes it's internal. Sometimes it's external. Sometimes it's our job. For those who have children, sometimes it's your kids. Sometimes it's, all the responsibilities you have. Sometimes that pressure is coming from sickness. It's coming from personal struggle. Or, that pressure could come from finances. Things are just tight. I'm like, man, I just want to just quit altogether. But the scripture is saying, "Let us not become weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we don't give up." It's much easier to just try to find a negative place to go, to try to, I would say, numb or put Novocaine on something that we need to actually deal with. You're feeling that pressure and you're like, you know what, let me do that cigarette. Cigarette kills you, but you're like, you know what, that's where I'll go. Or sometimes, for me, I can get so stressed out, okay, let me eat a bunch of the worst food I can. Yeah, it seems like a temporary fix, but it's kind of killing me real slow to do that. And for others, it'll be like, man, this pressure is so bad. You know what, I'm going to go and I'm going to take a drink. I'm going to drink some of that alcohol and then I'll be all right. But all it does is it kind of makes you kind of forget about yourself for a little bit. And once you come back from that, you're still going to be dealing with the same issues, the same problems, the same struggles. God is trying to let us know that He is refining us through this negative stuff, through the negative trials and tests and situations. He's refining us. He is making us better. And now it doesn't feel like He's making us better in the middle of this. It does not feel like it. It kind of feels like torture when you're really going through some difficulty in life. Feels like God don't love you. He don't care about you. He's not with you. But He is. It's the same thing like, if you're living with your parents or whatever and they have to go and make an errand and go to the store or go and take care of some business, just because they left the house doesn't mean that they're no longer your parents. It'd be kind of foolish to think that, wouldn't it? So just because you can't feel God while you're under pressure doesn't mean He's not with you. God is asking us to be mature, and He trusts us. And what He trusts the most is what He put in us. He put in us amazing things. He put in us amazing potential. He put in us amazing power. He actually gave you the power to suffer, which is not what we want. That's the S word. He gave you the power to suffer, not for you to be destroyed, but for you to be the best you've ever been. The best you've ever been. So just keep going, push through it, and do good despite whatever's going on. All right. God bless you completely in your heart, mind, body, soul, and spirit. Have a wonderful day.